Hey, wait, sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I just saw you walking home and I kind of hurried to catch up because I wanted to talk to you. And I know this is a little random, like me just appearing out of nowhere on the sidewalk, but I've actually been trying to talk to you for a while. And today I saw you leaving and I don't know, something in me said, if you don't go now, you're never gonna say it. So here I am, a little out of breath and probably sounding nervous, but it's fine. It's okay. I just, I wanted to walk with you for a moment, if that's all right. Just talk. Nothing scary, nothing dramatic, I promise. It's just, every time I see you, you look like you're carrying a whole world on your shoulders. And then you just put your hands in your pockets and walk home like it's normal. And I don't know why, but it makes me want to come over. It makes me want to say something, anything, just so you don't have to walk alone all the time. And I guess that's what this is, me trying. And yeah, I'm probably rambling a little, but it's because I care, more than I expected to, more than I've let myself admit. And I wanted to check on you, even if it's just for a few minutes. I wanted to ask how you're doing. I wanted to hear your voice. I wanted you to know someone notices you, that someone actually thinks about you. And maybe that sounds strange coming from me, but it's the truth. I think about you a lot. More than I should, probably. And I guess that's why I ran to catch up with you. Because I didn't want today to be another day where I watched you walk away and said nothing. So, yeah, that's why I'm here. I wanted to talk to you. Okay, I'm just going to say it. No overthinking, no waiting for the right moment. I want to go to prom with you. That's it. That's the thing I've been trying to say this whole time. I want to go with you. Not as a joke, not out of pity, not because I couldn't find anyone else, but because when I imagined prom in my head, the only person I could picture standing next to me was you. And I know that sounds sudden and maybe even bold, but I didn't want to dance around it or pretend I had some long, complicated reason for stopping you on your walk home. The truth is simple. I want you to be the person I walk in with, the person I sit with, the person I dance with, the person I take pictures with. I want you. And if that sounds too forward, then I'm sorry, but I'd rather be honest than keep pretending like these feelings aren't real, because they are. And I've been carrying them for longer than you think. Every time I saw you walking home or eating quietly by yourself or just keeping your head down like you didn't want to be noticed, I kept wanting to reach out, but something always held me back until now. But I'm not holding back anymore. And I don't want you to think I'm asking out of pressure or expectation or because of who I am or how people see me. None of that matters right now. It's just me asking you because the idea of going with anyone else feels wrong, empty, meaningless. I want prom to feel real. I want it to mean something, and it only means something if it's with you. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. I want to go to prom with you. I know you're struggling. I know you don't like people noticing, and I know you try really hard to pretend everything is fine, but I see it. I see the way you rush home like you don't want anyone to look too closely. I see how you avoid the cafeteria sometimes because You don't want people to notice when you don't have enough for a full meal. I see how your shoes are a little worn and how you always say, "I'm okay," even when you clearly aren't. And I'm not saying any of this to embarrass you or make you feel small. I'm saying it because I care. Because pretending not to notice would feel cruel. And I don't want to be cruel to you, not even by accident. I know life has been hard on you in ways other people don't understand. And I know you've learned to survive by keeping your head down, staying quiet, and pushing through things alone. But you don't have to do that with me. I don't want you to. I don't want you to feel like you have to hide the parts of your life that are difficult. I don't think less of you because of them. I don't judge you. I don't look at you and see someone less. I look at you and see someone strong, someone who keeps going, someone who doesn't complain even when it would be completely fair to. And maybe that's why I've grown so attached to you without meaning to. Because you're real. Because you don't pretend to be something you're not. Because even when you're tired, even when things are tough, you still treat people with kindness. And I admire that more than you know. So when I say I know you're struggling, I'm not saying it from above you or beyond you. I'm saying it right here, beside you, because I want to understand you and I want to help you. Not because you're weak, but because you matter to me.
What do you mean you're poor? Why did you say it like that? Like it's a reason I wouldn't want to be around you. Like it's some kind of barrier that makes you unworthy or something. That's not how I think at all. It honestly hurts me that you believe that about yourself. Like you think people only choose someone if they come with some perfect life or perfect amount of money. That's not real. That's not how I see you. I didn't run after you today because of what you have or don't have. I came because of who you are, the way you carry yourself, the way your eyes soften when someone needs help, the way you apologize even when you didn't do anything wrong, the way you always give the little you have, even if it leaves you with nothing. I don't choose people based on numbers in a bank account. That's empty. That's meaningless. And honestly, it makes me sad that you thought I would look at you differently because of something like that. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care if you don't have the newest things or the nicest things. I don't care if your life has been rougher than mine. That doesn't push me away, it pulls me closer because it shows me you're strong, you're real, you're grounded. And I like that about you so much more than anything money could ever buy. You think I'd avoid you because you don't have a lot? No, that's exactly why I want to know you more. Because you're not fake, you're not shallow, you're not someone who hides behind things. You are just you. And that's honestly the part I adore the most. Please don't say it like that. Don't talk as if money decides who deserves love or attention or happiness. Money isn't even real to me. It's just numbers on screens and little pieces of paper people pretend are the measure of a life. It's not. It never was. And I wish you could see that the way I do. Yes, I have money, you know that. Yes, I spend it, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands, sometimes more. But none of that ever felt like life to me. That's not the part that makes me feel anything. That's just convenience, noise, something I was born into without asking for it. And none of it compares to an actual moment, an actual person,
Someone who looks you in the eyes and really listens. Someone who cares without needing anything back. Someone like you. You are real to me in a way money has never been. When I talk to you, I feel grounded, human, connected. Not like some girl from a rich house or whatever people whisper about. I just feel like a person standing next to another person she really likes. And that's what matters. That's what's true. Not the things I can buy, not the places I can go, not the lifestyle people think defines me. None of that is as real as this moment right now with you. So please don't shrink yourself because of money. Don't talk yourself out of being wanted. Don't assume someone like me would never choose someone like you, because I am choosing you. Fully, clearly, deliberately. Money isn't real, but you are, and that's why I'm here. I need you to listen to me for a second. Really listen. You're acting like being poor somehow erases everything good about you. And it doesn't. It never did. You're handsome, and I don't mean in some vague, polite way. I mean genuinely. The kind of handsome that feels natural, unforced, honest. The kind that makes people look twice without you even noticing. And you're kind. In a world where everyone tries to act tough or detached or too cool to care, you're just good. And do you know how rare that is? Do you know how hard it is to find someone who is gentle without being weak? Sincere without being fake? Thoughtful without making a show of it? That's you. That's the person I see every time you walk by with your quiet little smile. And on top of that, you have values, real ones. You work hard, you don't complain, you don't lie, you don't try to impress people with things you don't have. You just exist as yourself. And somehow, that's the most attractive thing about you. So when you say things like, I'm poor, as if it cancels out everything else, it honestly breaks my heart. Because nothing about your worth is tied to money. Nothing. I want to go to prom with you because I like you, because I admire you, because when I look at you, I see someone I want to know better, someone I want to stand next to, someone who makes me feel something real. You think a guy can't be chosen unless he's rich or flashy or popular? No. I'm choosing you because you're you, and that's all I've ever wanted. What do you mean you don't have enough money? What does that even have to do with anything? Why are you acting like you're supposed to pay for something? You're not. You're really not. None of this is about money. And I wish you could actually hear that when I say it. You're talking like prom is this giant bill that falls on your shoulders, and it's not. It's not your responsibility. It's not your burden. It's not your job. The only thing I'm asking from you, the only thing I want from you is a yes. That's it. Just yes. Just you agreeing to go with me. You don't need a suit yet. You don't need tickets. You don't need anything. All of that is noise, and I'll handle the noise, okay? You keep thinking you have to match me or pay your share or somehow earn going with me, but that's not how this works. Not with me. I'm not choosing you because of what you can buy or what you can bring. I'm choosing you because I want you, not your wallet, not the things you own, not the things you can't afford. You. Only you. And the fact that you immediately think about money just shows how much life has made you worry about things that shouldn't matter. But with me, I don't want you to worry. I don't want you to panic or feel guilty or feel small. I want you to look at me and understand that none of that stuff changes anything. You don't need money to stand next to me. You don't need money to be wanted by me. You don't need money to be chosen. I'm choosing you right now, and all I need is an answer. Everything else is already taken care of. Please stop talking like you're a burden, like saying yes to me somehow costs you something. You're making this so much more complicated in your head than it actually is. You keep saying, I don't have enough money or I can't afford it, and I'm telling you with all the softness and honesty I have, you don't need to afford anything. You don't need to pay for anything. You don't need to prepare anything. All of that is on me because I want it to be on me. I want to make this easy for you. I want you to feel light for once, to not stress about every little detail, to not count every dollar in your pocket before doing something normal and fun. You act like the world will fall apart if you let someone help you, but it won't. Not with me. I'm not judging you. I'm not looking down on you. I'm not saying poor you in some condescending way. I'm saying let me take care of the things that don't matter so you can focus on the thing that does. And that thing is us. Spending one night together, choosing each other, enjoying something you deserve as much as anyone else. You're allowed to have good moments, you know? You're allowed to be wanted. You're allowed to be the person someone else is excited about. And I am excited about you. And honestly, it's frustrating how little you see what I see. You're thoughtful and funny without trying, and gentle, and so handsome it makes my chest feel warm. And I'm telling you right now, you being poor doesn't erase any of that. It doesn't cancel anything. It doesn't lower your worth even a little. It just means life has been unfair, not that you are any less. So let me do this. Let me make it easy. Just give me your yes and leave the rest to me.
And listen, since you're being honest with me, let me be honest with you too. You're not the only person people wanted to ask. A lot of people tried to ask me already. Some hinted, some straight up asked, some tried to show off, hoping I'd pick them. And I said no to every single one. Not because I enjoy rejecting people, not because I'm trying to be cold, but because none of them were you. None of them made me feel anything. None of them made me pause or look twice or care. And I'm telling you this because I want you to understand that I had options, a lot of them. And I still didn't hesitate. I still waited for you. I still chose you without needing anything from you, without needing money or status or anything. The only thing that mattered was the way I felt when I thought about going with you. Because when I imagined walking into prom with someone else, it felt wrong, empty, fake. But when I pictured walking in beside you, everything felt right, warm, meaningful. And maybe I shouldn't say this so openly, but I don't care. I don't care about their feelings. I don't care who else wanted me. I don't care who thinks they deserved a chance, because none of them are you. None of them make me smile the way you do. None of them make me want to talk this much. None of them make me care if they say yes or no. Only you. only you ever mattered to me in this. So when you say, why me? Or I don't understand, that's the real answer. Because it was always going to be you. And you have no idea how relieved I am to finally say it out loud. I need you to really listen to me right now. Because you keep going in circles with this idea that you have to somehow prepare or save up or find money or figure something out. And it's honestly breaking my heart how deeply you believe you're supposed to do everything alone. So let me say this clearly. I already handled the suit. Everything about it. The measurements, the fit, the color, the style, everything. And before you panic and start protesting or saying you can't accept it or that it's too much, just breathe for a second. I didn't get it to show off or make you feel small. I got it because I wanted you to feel as good as you deserve to feel. I wanted you to have something that fits you, something that doesn't remind you of what you can't afford, something that lets you actually enjoy the night without worrying about anything. And no, you don't have to pay me back. You don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to overthink it. I wanted to do this. I genuinely wanted to. Because when I pictured you standing there, trying to make the most of prom with whatever you had, I realized that wasn't fair. You've spent so much of your life making do with the bare minimum, settling for whatever you can afford, shrinking yourself so you don't inconvenience anyone. And I refuse to let prom be another one of those moments for you. So I made sure the suit is perfect and it's yours. And all I want is for you to wear it and feel good. That's it. You don't have to match me. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to show up and let yourself be chosen for once. And if that feels strange or overwhelming, I promise I'll be right beside you the entire time. All I want is to see you walk in with your head up, wearing something that finally makes you look the way I've always seen you. And before you even try to bring up the ride or the transportation or anything like that, please let me stop you right now. Because yes, I already handled the car too. Not some over-the-top limousine, unless you want that. Not something flashy just for attention, but something comfortable, clean, safe, and completely taken care of. I didn't want you worrying about gas money or taxis or your old shoes walking you all the way there or anything stressing you out. I wanted you to feel like the night was yours, not something you're just tagging along for. So I booked the car days ago, and the time is set, and all you have to do is be there when I come get you. That's it. No cost, no pressure, no calculations. Just you stepping in and letting yourself breathe for once. Because I know how your mind works. I know you'd stand in front of your mirror all day thinking, how am I supposed to get there? Or what if I show up late? Or what if I look out of place? And I wanted to remove all of that before it could even touch you. I wanted to make this night feel smooth for you, gentle for you, easy for you. Because life has not been easy for you, and you deserve a moment that isn't built on struggle. And please don't twist this into something it's not. I'm not doing this because I think you're weak or incapable. I'm doing this because I care. Because when I like someone, I take care of the details so their mind can rest. And I like you. More than I've said, more than you probably realize. So the car is handled, the ride is handled, the night is handled. All the logistical stuff you're scared of, it's already done. And I need you to stop acting like you have to earn this. You don't. The only thing you need to do is say yes and let yourself be wanted. And since you keep asking why me, like you can't believe someone would actually choose you, let me tell you something you clearly don't know. Everyone tried to ask me, not just one or two people, a lot. Some asked in front of others, hoping I'd feel pressured. Some asked privately because they thought it would make me swoon. Some bragged about their cars or their outfits or their connections, hoping it would impress me, and I turned down every single one without hesitation. Not because I like rejecting people, not because I think I'm above them, but because none of them felt right. None of them made me feel what you make me feel. None of them made my heart stop for a second. None of them made me care about their yes or no. And do you want to know the part that matters most? Even if you're poor, even if you think you're not enough, even if you think you can't give me anything, I still chose you. Openly, willingly, without shame, without second thoughts. Because I don't want their money. I don't want their gifts. I don't want their perfect lives. I want you. I want the softness in your voice when you're unsure. I want the way you try to hide your tiredness but still smile at people anyway. I want the way you look down when you're nervous and then you glance back up like you're afraid someone will see too much. I want the gentleness, the sincerity, the quiet strength you don't even realize you have. I want the realness you carry, the honesty that comes with the life you've lived. I want the boy who doesn't have much but still has a heart that I can feel from across a room. So yes, I turned down everyone, and no, I don't regret it, because the only person I wanted to ask me, the only person I hoped would say yes, was you. And all I need now is for you to understand that you were always my choice. I wish you could see the way you keep shrinking yourself every time the topic of money comes up. Like the moment anything involves a cost, you act like you're suddenly not allowed to exist in the same space as me. And that's why I want to explain this clearly, so clearly that you can't twist it into something painful in your head. I've already taken care of the entire night. Not just the suit, not just the car, but the whole flow of everything. From getting there to leaving, from the timing to the comfort, from start to finish. You don't have to worry about the traveling or the route or the cost or anything like that. I already handled it because I knew you'd stress about it, and I don't want you stressed when the only thing you should feel is excitement. I want the night to feel smooth for you, peaceful for you, effortless. I want you to feel like for once in your life, you aren't fighting for every inch of comfort or negotiating with every price tag. I want you to feel what it's like to just be, to just exist in a moment that was created with care for you. And listen, I didn't do any of this to look impressive or to buy your attention. I did it because the world is so heavy on you already, and if I can take even one weight off your shoulders, I will. I want you to be able to sit in the car and breathe easily, not thinking about money or cost or guilt, just thinking about the night ahead, thinking about how good you'll look, how good you'll feel, how much I genuinely want you beside me. So please stop thinking in terms of, I can't afford this. Because I'm telling you with complete honesty, you don't have to afford anything tonight. You just have to let yourself be happy. And I need you to understand something else too. The reason I handled all these things, the suit, the transportation, the timing, all of it, isn't because I think you're incapable. It's because I didn't want you to stress for even 1 second. I know how you get, how your mind spirals into every possible problem, how you start thinking about gas money, or what if the bus is late, or what if your clothes don't look good enough, or what if you stand out for the wrong reasons. You carry so much tension, you carry so much responsibility, even when no one asked you to. And I didn't want prom to be another thing on your list of worries. I wanted it to be the opposite. Something soft, something simple, something you walk into without fear. And that's why I prepared everything ahead of time, because I knew if I didn't, you'd put yourself under pressure until you couldn't enjoy anything. And I don't want that for you. Not this time. Not when this could be a night where you finally feel like someone is looking out for you. Because I am. I'm looking out for you. Not because I pity you, but because I care about you in a way I can't keep hiding. And honestly, the idea of you stressing alone in your room, wondering how you're supposed to make everything work, made me feel sick. I don't want you to ever feel like you have to fight through everything on your own. Not with me. I'm here now, and I'm telling you that everything hard is handled, everything complicated is done, everything heavy is lifted. I just want you to walk beside me without worrying, without comparing yourself, without doubting whether you deserve this. Because you do. You deserve one night where life doesn't demand anything from you. And since we're being honest, let me tell you another truth you keep avoiding. I didn't want anyone else to take that spot beside me. Not the guys who asked, not the ones who hinted, not the ones who assumed I'd say yes just because they were popular or rich or loud enough to get attention. None of them made me feel anything. I didn't choose you because you were the only option left. I chose you because you were the only option that ever felt right. And that's why I prepared everything so carefully, because I wasn't planning this for just anyone. I was planning it for you, the person I wanted there, the person I kept thinking about, the person who made me imagine the night in a way that actually made my heart beat a little faster. And I know you keep telling yourself you're the last person someone like me would want, but that's because you're looking at yourself through fear, not truth. The truth is, you make me feel calm. You make me feel safe. You make me feel like I can be myself instead of whatever label people put on me. And that's why I didn't care about the other guy's feelings when I said no, because I wasn't thinking about them. I was thinking about you. I didn't want them to walk in with me. I didn't want pictures with them. I didn't want their rehearsed compliments or their practiced charm. I wanted you, the boy who thinks too much and apologizes too much and still somehow makes my heart feel warm just by being near. And if you're still confused about why I'm going through all this effort, it's because I want this memory with you, not with anyone else. Just you. Only you. Always you.
Wait, are you serious? You're saying yes? You're actually agreeing to go to prom with me? I'm sorry, I need a second because I don't think you understand what that means to me. I've been hoping you'd say yes. I've been imagining it. I've been replaying this moment in my head over and over. But hearing you say it out loud, hearing you actually choose me back, it's almost too much for my chest to handle right now. I know it sounds dramatic, but you have no idea how many nights I lay awake wondering if I was being stupid for liking you this much, wondering if I was setting myself up for disappointment, wondering if you'd reject me because of all the things you think you lack. But then you said yes, and I swear, for the first time in a long time, I felt something inside me soften, like the world got just a little bit quieter, a little bit safer, a little bit brighter, all because of that one word, yes. And I want you to know something very clearly now. I'm going to take care of everything with even more love than before, because now this isn't just a plan I made alone. Now this is something we're doing together, you and me, walking into that night as a pair. And that means everything to me. And I know you're probably nervous or overwhelmed or unsure, but don't be. Don't pull back into your head right now. Just stay here with me in this moment, because this yes is something I will remember for the rest of my life. And now that you've agreed, there's something I want to show you, something that's waiting at my house, something I picked out with you in mind from the start. Come with me, please. I promise you, you're going to feel even better about your decision once you see what's waiting for you. Okay, here we are. Just come inside. Don't worry, no one's home right now. It's just us. And I wanted it that way because I know how shy you get when you think someone might judge you or look at you differently just because you're not used to places like this. But I don't want you to feel intimidated or out of place. I want you to feel welcomed, comfortable, wanted. And before you say anything about the house or the size or the furniture or whatever thought is forming in your head right now, let me stop you. None of this matters to me as much as the fact that you're here. You in my space, in a place I've never brought another guy before, because this moment wasn't meant for anyone else. It was meant for you. And now that we're here, I want to show you something. It's in this room. I know you've already seen the suit, but I picked out more than that. I picked out shoes that match, not too flashy, not too expensive looking, just clean, comfortable, and perfect for you. I picked out a tie in a color that I thought would bring out your eyes. And before you panic about the price or the brand or anything like that, just listen. I didn't choose any of these things to make you feel like you owe me. I chose them because when I imagined you in them, I couldn't stop smiling. Because I wanted you to feel handsome, truly, undeniably handsome, in a way no one has ever let you feel before. And I can already sense your hesitation, like you're afraid to touch anything, like you're scared to even breathe near something that costs money. But you don't have to be scared. These things are for you, chosen for you, meant for you. Because when I look at you, I don't see someone who doesn't belong. I see someone who deserves to be celebrated. So please come closer. I want you to see everything properly. Okay, here they are. The shoes, the pieces, the little details I picked because I thought they would fit you perfectly. And before you freeze or shake your head or try to tell me you can't accept them, just breathe. Just breathe and try them on. Please. I want you to see what I see when I imagine you wearing these. I want you to understand that you're not some charity case I'm dressing up for a night. You're someone I genuinely care about. Someone I think is handsome even when you're wearing the same worn out shoes every day, even when your hoodie is a little faded, even when you walk with that "don't look at me" posture. You're still handsome to me. And I wanted to bring that out in a way you've never been allowed to feel before. So go on, try them. I'm right here. I'm not judging you. I'm not comparing you to anyone else. I'm literally just excited to see you in something that was made with you in mind. And I know you're nervous. I can practically feel it from how quiet you get. But that's okay. I'm not rushing you. I just want you to trust me for one moment. Trust that I didn't choose any of these things randomly. Trust that I thought about you the entire time. Trust that I imagined how you'd look, how you'd smile, how you'd stand a little taller without even noticing. And honestly, I want to see that. I want to see the version of you that isn't weighed down by money or fear or doubt. I want to see the version of you that shines because someone finally made space for you to shine. And I promise you, once you see yourself in the shoes, in the clothes, and everything else I picked, you'll understand why I've been so insistent, why I've been so determined, because you don't see what I see yet. But you will. And I can't wait for the moment you finally look in the mirror and realize you were never not enough. You were always more than enough. You just needed someone to show you. You know, there's something else I want to tell you, and I need you to really hear it this time without brushing it off or shaking your head or pretending it doesn't apply to you. You are allowed to want more from life. You're allowed to hope. You're allowed to imagine a future that isn't just survival and stress and making do with whatever scraps life gives you. You're allowed to picture yourself living a life where you're happy, where you're safe, where you have people who care about you for real. And I know that sounds scary. I know it feels dangerous to hope when you're used to disappointment, but you need to let yourself at least try, because hope is the one thing you've been starved of for too long. And look at what happened the moment you let a tiny bit of it in. Look at how different you look right now, how different you feel, how your voice gets softer in a way that isn't fear, but almost relief, like you're finally letting yourself breathe. And I want that for you beyond prom, beyond tonight, beyond this moment in my house. I want you to start believing that good things can happen to you, not just to everyone else. And maybe I can't change your whole life. Maybe I can't erase every struggle you've ever been through, but I can be part of the good. I can be part of the softness. I can be someone who reminds you that you're not alone in the world. Because you're not. Not anymore. Not as long as I'm here saying these words to you. Not as long as I care the way I care. Not as long as you let yourself believe that life doesn't have to be a constant fight. You deserve hope. You deserve comfort. You deserve to imagine more. And seeing you start to open up even a little makes me believe you're finally beginning to understand that.
And now that you've seen yourself like this, now that you've breathed a little easier, now that some of that heaviness has lifted from your shoulders, even for a moment, I want to tell you how I imagine the night going. I imagine us stepping out of the car together, Not you hiding behind me or looking at the ground, but you standing beside me with that quiet confidence you don't even know you have. I imagine everyone looking, not because of the money or the suit or anything flashy, but because of the way you carry yourself when someone finally treats you with kindness, when someone finally believes in you, when someone finally wants you openly. And when we walk in, I want you to remember this exact feeling you're having right now. This strange mix of warmth and surprise and disbelief and maybe even a little happiness. I want you to remember that this moment is real, that you earned it just by being you, that none of this was ever about money or charity or status. It was about connection. It was about the quiet, steady way you made me feel seen without even trying. And when we're inside, when the music starts, when people glance our way, I want you to feel proud. Not of the clothes, not of the car, but of yourself. Because you said yes. Because you let yourself step into something good for once. Because you let yourself be chosen. And one day, long after prom is over, long after this night becomes a memory, I want you to look back and remember that this was the night something shifted for you. The night you realized you were allowed to be wanted, allowed to feel hopeful, allowed to stand beside someone who cares. And I'll be right there, holding onto your hand if you let me, reminding you that this moment isn't a dream. It's the beginning of something better, something warmer, something you deserve.
You know, as I'm looking at you right now, standing here with that soft, uncertain smile that you try to hide but can't, I just, I need you to understand how proud I am of you. Because this isn't just about a suit or a car or a night out. This is about you allowing yourself to take a step towards something good, something gentle, something that wasn't forced or painful or exhausting, something that came from someone loving you, choosing you, caring for you, and you said yes. You let yourself say yes. And that might seem small to you, but to me, it's huge. It's everything. Because I know how hard it is for you to accept kindness, how hard it is for you to believe you deserve nice things, how hard it is to trust that someone actually means it when they say they care. But you let yourself trust me. You let yourself hope. And watching you open your heart even a tiny bit makes me want to cry in the best way. Because you don't see how strong you are, how beautiful your soul is, how much light you carry despite all the darkness you've walked through. And I'm not trying to sound dramatic, I'm just being honest. You have this quiet, gentle strength that most people never develop. You've survived things that would break others, and you still manage to smile, still manage to be kind, still manage to show up in the world. And tonight is just the beginning of you realizing that you are allowed to be happy, allowed to be loved, allowed to feel safe. And I want to be part of that for as long as you let me. I want to walk beside you, not just at prom, but beyond it. I want to be someone who reminds you of your worth when you forget. I want to be the person you come to when you're tired or scared or hopeful or confused or excited. Because you deserve someone who truly sees you. And I see you. I always have, and I always will. And now that everything is ready, now that your suit is perfect and your shoes fit you and you're starting to believe just a little bit that you belong in this moment, I want to tell you something that's been sitting in my heart this entire time. This night, this choice, this connection between us, it isn't temporary for me.
It isn't something that ends after prom or fades when the lights go down or disappears when life gets tough again. This is real to me. You are real to me. And I don't plan on going anywhere. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not after the music stops. Because I didn't pick you because it was convenient or easy or exciting. I picked you because I care about you in a way that feels steady, warm, honest, in a way that makes me want to stay. And I don't care where you come from. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care about the struggles you faced. None of that defines you. None of that limits you. None of that makes you any less worthy of happiness. And when we walk into prom together, I want you to feel this truth in your bones, that you are wanted, that you are valued, that you are worth standing beside. And after prom, when we go home and the night becomes a memory, I want you to know it doesn't stop there. I want us to build something real, something lasting. I want us to have moments that aren't rushed or forced or overshadowed by fear. I want us to laugh and talk and sit together in quiet spaces where you finally feel at peace. And I want you to wake up one day and realize that your life didn't stay dark, that there was a turning point, a shift, a night when everything began to get better. And if you'll let me, I want to be part of that better future with you. Because I'm here and I'm staying. And no matter what happens next, I want you to remember this one truth. You deserve to be loved, and I'm choosing you. Today and tomorrow and every moment that comes after. So come with me. Let's go make our story real, together.